Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Here we go again, right? Um, so I'm going to continue on using cell fluids and some stuff to make some neat water scenes. And I thought today I might make a house on and interacting with a waterfall. Um, yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to start with just the land, and we're going to make a plane. And just so I can keep an eye on the scale, I'm going to make this S4. So that's like one. I don't even know that it matters. It's like one floor of a building. But let me just, even before that, let's bring a person in. Let's do it right. Imogen, grab a dude. Probably better to do it this way. Cool. So let's take this thing and I want to SX. I make it to like there. Go like there. What's our scale on that? Wow, I got it exact. 100 meters. Sure, let's go to 100 meters as well. Why not? We'll call it Kismet. Okay, so let's add it. 2, Control R. Let's do it this way for right now, I think. And 2GZ Z down. And bring it in. So it's almost a vertical, but not quite, right? Yeah, we got it going out just a little bit. Okay. And yeah. And then I suppose we could extend it out further. Like that. So we have a ground just in case we want to interact with it later. And then let's add 5 loops here. Well, I don't know. Let's do 6 loops here. Cool. Yeah, crazy, I know, right? And 3 E. Kind of good with that. But we need to come through and just delete these faces here and here. There we go. So that's the basis of our. Ooh, no, I didn't want to do it that way. Then the opposite. I'm like, ugh, come on, Seth. There, those faces and those faces. E. Cool. And GY. And let's bring it back just a little bit. There we go. And 2 GY. Bring that. Yeah. Undo. Bring it forward just a little bit. Hello. Let's grab those. And grab those. And delete the faces. Yeah, I know who you are. Hey, it's good to see you. Glad you're back. Let's see. And I want to do 1, 7, O, G. Let's just make it bigger. Bring it out a little bit. And out a little bit. We might need to just kind of probably want to remesh it first before we go too far. And let's save. 2310 17-1 live stream waterfall house. 231017-1. Okay. And we will quad remesh it and just keep it low. Whew, that's not good. Let's just go back. We're gonna undo. There we go. Now we'll quad remesh before we go messing with it. Let's see if that helps it better. A little more, a little better. Whew, so that was a lot of remeshing. Yeah, we don't want 5,000, 100. That's better. There we go. Cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a few more cuts here. For whatever reason, I didn't want to give any of those. A few more cuts here. Cool. 1, 7, G. That's better. Now we got some geo to play with. And I'll just grab this whole edge. Up slightly. Cool. And then I want to grab that and bring it forward like that. Yeah, that looks cool. Well, yeah, no, that'll be all right here, but maybe not here. 1 SY0. That's better. Yep. Okay. I don't know why it's joining them like that. That's just bizarre. Bring that back in as well. Yeah, back. That's fine. Good enough. I'm making a waterfall. Am I going to use it for? I don't know. Just me. I just like making stuff. I don't always have a huge thing in mind for it. Just thought it'd be kind of cool to make. It's E and E and E, just to give it a border. E, E, E. Now it goes to the other side, and we can kind of come in here and look and see. Let's see. 1, G, and G. Okay, so something like that seems all right. I could live with that. Now, I want to say 3. I want to grab. Let's see, just do it this way. Grab all of that. Then I'm going to grab that, 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 and that, and that. Should be good. Shift D, P, split the selection out. And now we can Q, add modifier, solidify. Whew, no, maybe not. Solo it. Let's see what we got. E. Oh, that works too. Not quite that much though. That seems good. Alrighty. Bring it back. Now, we do the water first or the land first. Let's do the land first. F4. Append. And we're going to go grab terrain generator, auto rocky desert, node tree, select these. And modifier, geometry nodes, terrain. Oh yeah. Control A, rotation scale. Much better. Cliff's still a little bit much. Not compositing. Geometry nodes. Select them. Now, let's go look at the cliff. It's just a little bit much roughness. Can we take it down to like 0.52? Does that help us? That helps a lot. Strength of 3. And scale of like 0.1. Morning, Micah. Just setting up this waterfall geometry first, starting out. That looks okay. I think we're all right with that. And yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm just going to apply it. Okay, we have our ground. And save again. And yeah, that'll work. I'm going to need to change the terrain though, because I might as well just do that right now. Shaders, me, dirt nail grass, or no, let's do sandy shore. Excuse me. And tab A U cube projection. Okay, we're still under 1 million. We're doing okay. And move this off to the side. Everyone knows the drill at this point. Close that. All right, interesting. So my ground is actually hidden ground. Now, let's just edit that terrain. I want to push it down a little bit anyway. Push that part down. And that will be this one up here. All right, come on, so I can see it. Z. Oh, really want it to be super. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, that'll work. It's not a huge part of this one to have dirt. I don't mind it being there, but I don't care too much. Save again. I'm going to call this one, move it to new collection, initial. Yes. And we're going to remove that initial plane, and we're going to move our retopo plane, move it to new collection, ground. All right. And we're going to create a cell fluids object. New fluid. 7. It's going to need to be X. We want to be about that wide. Yeah. Y. About that wide. Now with caffeine is awesome. And depth of like 100. Depth doesn't matter for this one, so yeah. And 1 GZ and bring it down to just below our ground. So it doesn't actually need to be 100, but so there's our fluid space. Now I know this time this is going to be enough water that we may actually chug a little bit, but let's create an object here. Cube SX50. It needs to be inside. Yeah, it is. And we're going to move that to a new collection, call it outflow. And then over here, I'm gonna grab this, this one, this one, this one, this one. Shift D, P selection, tab. Grab those, tab, A, E, up just a stitch. Move to a new collection, call it inflow. That should give us all the objects we need for our water. Okay, so we can go select the water object. And first thing we're going to do is give it a ground, which will be that. Then we're going to have an initial. Shocking. Then an inflow. Then an outflow. And we should be good to go. Let's see. It's going to be a little slow. But it looks like it's doing all right. Getting good waterfall action here. And I'm just going to, you don't actually have to see them. They just have to exist. So we can remove the, there you go. And if we look, we have water. Looking pretty good. What's that in the middle? Oh, it's not really filling up too much, is it? I may want to increase that a little bit more. Yeah, so it's 66 is where we're at, but let's rewind. And initial, gonna have to edit it now. Let's solo it. Just want to add a little bit more. Tab. I can just take these. And GZ. Let's see, that's too much. Might be. That looks okay though. Rewind. Hide it again. Play. Rewind. No, we're good. Yep. Big crash of water there. It's looking okay, I think. Let's see what we got. We have another waterfall there. What's causing that? Or is it just still just freaking out because of that initial being so much higher? Let's see. Let's just play it for more. Does it drop down? Or the water's still filling up? And yep, let's see. I don't know that I super care anyway, so that could be okay. We're mostly not going to be playing down here. I don't think it's more like going to be up further up, but I did want to have water lined up. That's still annoying me. Just going to edit this ground here real quick. Shading. Come on, Seth. And actually just think we're just going to use this one. Yeah, water that touches it disappears. So water comes in from the inflow, and then it's a giant drain into the outflow. So it's drain is probably a better word for it than sponge. It's if I didn't have it, everything with this whole giant cube would eventually just fill up with water. So, and I guess I'll just stop for just a second. You'll note that it goes all the way down to the bottom of the simulation, no matter where it starts from. This means that as cool as this plugin is, and it is super cool, You can't use it for things like overhanging pipes and things like that because the water will always run right through the ground to the bottom. So it uses the ground to figure out the top part of it, but not the bottom part, if that makes sense. So it's like it knows the top part is here because there's ground, but the bottom will always be the base of the simulation. So just a limitation because we're not actually using a water sim, we're using a geometry node to simulate it. And it's much faster and much easier, but it does have some limitations, and that's one of them. So like if we just solo the object here, you can see it's literally filling all that space there. Wherever it can touch it. It's not filling in here because there's land, but anywhere that's not, it fills. So as soon as that happens, like at the edge of the cliff, fully full, there's no overhanging lip. Just something to know. And save. We have a waterfall. See how simple that is? I mean, it really is super easy. And we can, I'm not gonna apply it yet because I might actually want the house to interact with the water a little bit. It's not right now. And that, okay, that's a problem though. I don't like that it's doing that. That hole there is annoying. Why is that? Or 182, let's see, rewind. Oh, well, my initial water doesn't fill that. Okay. Let's take our initial water. Turn back on. So that's bizarre. Why did it do that? Initial. Just gonna turn off fluid. And so there's my initial. Now let's go into that. So it should be all right, but we're getting a weird hole there. Oh, it's because there's an overhang. Remember I was talking about it doesn't deal well with that. So that overhang is causing an issue for us, which is unfortunate. And I think we're going to cheat and just put a building there. We're going to fill up this area here and across. But that is part of the problem with this system is it does not allow for anything above the water. So because this overhang exists, we don't get water there. See, it's exactly mirroring. Yep, it's exactly the overflow. But we can deal with that. Okay, let's come in here now. And I'm going to turn off initial again. Here's our ground. And let's make a wall. Cube S25. It's a bit much, but because it's there. And Control A. That should not be fluid. Come on. Okay. LX. In the wrong. I was in edit mode when I was trying to create something. Not a great idea. Okay. Not in edit mode. Shift A. Mesh. Cube. SY4. SX25. Control A. Rotation scale. Tab. E. Up. And we'll make it a little narrower, obviously. To like here. We can do some cool stuff though. Where we can have it actually interface against that. That could be neat. Okay. As long as there are no holes. These holes are going to mess us up. So let's just take this and EY and bring it forward to there too. Okay. It's kind of a weird. Alrighty. And then we can take this and M and move it to ground. And now let's see what happens if we turn back on our water. Rewind and play. That's a little bit better. Getting some leakaging over here, but that's fine. Just let it go. We'll I can even do more down here. Could be kind of neat too. And maybe we will. So now if we look, yeah, cool. See, it's interacting with our building a little bit, which is neat. But it's also not, we're not having to worry about water not being there. We just cheated, overcame that. But that's cool. I like that. Let's save. And again, I'm just going to turn the water off right now. I don't want to solidify it yet because I still might want it to interact with our building structure more. And Control R. Grab these two and E up like that. Sure. Then E4, take us up one story. Yeah. And then E. Sure. I don't even mind that it's not necessarily touching. That's fine. And then let's just do X faces 2 and 2 and bridge edge loops. Solidify that. Cool. And then 3, E4 for another story. And then this one, maybe let's solidify down. E down just a bit. Something like that. Sure. Take these two and E in. And again, let's just actually these 3 and E to like there. And then Control R, add an edge loop there. And edge loop there. And a couple of loops there. Looking pretty fine to me. Okay, cool. Let's save. And which one do we want to use kit-wise? We could continue doing. Let's try. I mean, because we knew we were doing a kit, right? I mean, that's not a. So let's try my objects, project, buildings, megastructures. No. And let's see. Come on, bring in the megastructure. Mm-hmm. Come on. I know you're loading and all that, but geez. Mm. It's thinking. It's thinking. It'll keep thinking. There we go. Okay, we did get a kit. Good. I couldn't even remember. Here and here and join. Okay, got it. And then edit. Okay, I'm going to select this whole thing and delete it because I do not want it here. Select this whole thing and make it, let's see, which walls do we want it to be? Sci-Fi panels A, assign. Now this come out. And object, set origin to geometry. Okay. Where we get some, why did, oh, okay. Because we do not want a foundation of 0. I was like, why is it going bigger? That's why. And let's see what it looks like. We're getting there. We are getting there. It's actually kind of cool so far. Let's see. No, not that end. This one. There we go. Because you're hungry? Those ones and those ones? Sure. And make it wall C. Then take this one to here and D and drag all the way up. No, just below there to there and D and make those G and make this one, this one, this one, this one, not these two. F. Just trying something, but let's see. And exit back out, and let's see what we got. Yes, that's kind of coming along well. Keep editing this one. This one. Are there more? Oh, details could be nice, maybe. Maybe make this details A. Which is E. Maybe all the way around here too. Just thinking. E. Details is not lining up, but let's see if we can just deform it. I mean, kind of cool. I'm certainly liking grid. Grid's going nice there. I don't know about the details. I think we might just select all these again and go back to Windows C. But this, I think we're going to go with details again too. Or grid, rather. This grid's looking cool. G. Design. And assign. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. And liking it so far. Looking good. Did it again? No, not that one. Ah, this one. Tab. Okay. Just that? Sure. E4. Shift R. Plus, 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 plus. Windows C. Assign. Actually, let's just do it this way. I'm just trying something. That's what I say every time, right? Vertical D. Assign. Just want to give it something a little different. Oh, I mean, this is huge, right? I mean, if that's a person, like each one of those is a story building. So I'm presuming they have elevators. And it's probably the structure probably goes inside here too, I would imagine. I like that. I think I want to have windows all the way on the top though. And then not those. Plus A. Now we need to, before we do that, K. K. There we go. And okay, I just want to make sure we don't have these messed up n-gons here. Now we should be good. Yep, much better. Indeed. What are we looking at for? Now, let's see. Grid. Let's just see what it does. I'll only do it on one to start with. See what it shows us. Or trenches horizontal. Would that be better? That might be better. Which is F. No, I don't think any of those are good. Just gonna go to that one, assign, and then those four trenches vertical D. See what that does. Okay, yeah, that's better. Cool. Now, the only thing I don't like, ironically, is that this is kind of not symmetrical because it kind of should be. So let's see, Alt X and mirror it this way, which make that whole thing probably gray, right? Or no, first I have to apply it, which we can do, but let mirror go. Did I apply one? No. Good. Okay. It's looking okay. Looking pretty good. Yeah. Now let's do that. Let's say realize the instances and apply the modifier. Does it actually apply at this time? Yes, it does. Okay, now we should be able to go Alt X and mirror. Yep. Now we got a nice thing all the way across. Like that. Now we can turn back on our water. We could actually get rid of all these too if we felt like it. And maybe we should. No, they're not bothering anything. They should be all right. Turn back on our water. We're looking good there. We could redo it just to see, because it is going to interface slightly differently now, because the building does exist and the building needs to be in ground. At least for our simulation purposes. Let's try. Here comes the waterfall. It's thinking along. We're just going to let it run just for a minute. Even everything out. Let it go 200. Hi, Absolute CAD. Nice to see you this morning. We have water. And we have water that is theoretically at least somewhat interacting with our building. Looks to be like it is. Yep, there and there. Cool. Cool. Kind of like a double waterfall here where my initial is, but that's fine. That doesn't matter. All good there. And I don't really have any doors, but it's okay. I like this building. I like it. Yeah. Let's save. Let's see what else we can do here. We are at 43 minutes. Good. We're doing excellent. We're getting pretty much the foundations of our scene already in. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. That was fun. I enjoyed that one too. Let's see. We want to use Chuck's, not Chuck's, Rex's road bridge. Maybe we do. Let's see. I feel like our scale may need to be a bit bigger even. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Let's delete this thing here. Just going to delete our guy. And I'm going to apply this. So our fluid is applied too. So we should have, I'm just going to delete these. Like variables. Anything here we want to use? Okay, maybe I won't delete them yet. I'm gonna delete all of these though. Okay. Now let's select that, that, and that. Should we select all? Yep, select all and S3. Did it work? Jimmy. We need to increase our view. We're just too big. Item view. Just go to 10 kilometers. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so I just bunched everything up a whole bunch. So the building is now a lot taller. It's now, yeah, 253 meters high from here to here. That's a little better. And let's apply all. Rotation scale. Cool. Now, I think that's good. Yeah, looks all right. Cool. Now let's put the road in. See if it's makes a little bit more sense. Yes, it definitely does. It's more appropriate for scale. GC. And we're just going to fake it into here, I think. Let's see if this is enough. Q array. And then just drag it, sure. Over. No, it does need to be a little higher if we're going to do that. Well, unless we just go it to like there. See if it's up to here. I mean, we could just fuck around here with this section. Add something. Might not be a bad idea, actually. Sure. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 sounds good. Over just a bit. Now, and actually, maybe we'll make it, let's see. That seems good. Why is this only starting here? I don't know, but that's where it's going to be. Here, let's just play. Shift A, mesh, cube, S2. So that's one, it's like a story. S2, okay. Bring it up. Actually, bring it down. Yes. And then bring the whole thing up. Yes, this is where we're going. Okay, cool. Now, Control A, rotation scale, 3. Inset this to like there. E. Make ourselves a door. Okay. We can try something new too. I'm gonna solo it. Tab 3. Select those faces. I don't need that face. Just those faces. Now, we just updated random flow with a new thing called random slice. And it seems pretty cool. And it lets us create cut lines like this. And we can increase the thickness. Is it the thickness? No. The depth. Which one was it? That'll move it around. That's not what we want. Although it's still cool. Max of 1. Oh, inset. That's how. That's what it was. And bring it back. So we can create these really cool cut lines really fast now. I like that. I think it's neat. Yeah, that's cool. We can do the same thing here. Grab these faces now and random slice them. And cool. Looking good. And then we'll do the same to these. Just do them separately so I can see it as I'm going through. Nice. Let's line it up reasonably well. Close enough for what we're doing. And we want to give it a material of what's this material? This is Sci-Fi panel. Right. That's what we want it to be. Sci-Fi panel. AU cube projection. Let's see where we're at. Oh yeah. We got panels on panels now, but let's see if we can change the scale on it. See if that helps us. Keeping a track of time, 52. We're doing good. UV editing. A. And scale. So, yeah. There we go. Kind of lines up more with that. That's a little bit smaller, but not a lot. That's cool. And then we can come in here now. And let's go back to layout. Solo it, come in here, tab, and I'm gonna take this one and set it E plus assign, and we'll give it a light. We all knew I was gonna do that, right? Of cool, add material. And then we'll just take this whole thing and I'm just gonna mirror it. Yep, cool. Now we got some lights in there. It's working for me. I'm gonna take this and Alt X, mirror it. Let's see if this works. No. Oh. Am I losing my building? Does it already have? Oh, because I have to apply this one first. I think. Yes. There we go. Yep. And this and this. There we go. And let's see this one. We want to give it one more. Yeah, we do. And then bring it back slightly more. So it lines up on both sides. Yep. Then let's see. We need to do a little bit of cleanup on that side too, of some kind. Maybe we'll just take this thing. Yeah. Shift D. Bring it over here. RZ 180. Cool. Yep. And then tab, grab those, E, extend that further. Oh yeah, yep, that's what we're doing. Let's just solo it for right now. Tab, Control R, couple edge loops, 3, Control Z plus, 3, Shift Q, slice. Cool. Color. Oh, we need to UV it again, damn it, which means I'm gonna have to, yeah, fucker, fine. Yeah, Q project. Actually, that's fine because we made it bigger. And let's just solo it again. Yeah, I fucked up. Oh well. Let's just extend it up a bit and then down a bit. And oh, not quite that much. There we go. If that building sticks out more, do we care? No, I don't think we do. Save. All righty. We're at something like this now. In a word, cool. Now, I don't want these to be in ground anymore, though. So we're going to move them all to M, new collection, structure. Without the caps locks. Now that we've applied the water, we don't need to keep them in ground. And water, we want to make sure that's in new collection, water, and save. Because yes, it is now time to apply some geoscatter. Let's do that. Geoscatter, select a ground, biome scatter, and bring them down so you can see what we're going to pick. But we're just going to use the pine biomes, I think. And we might even just do, we really don't need a lot because we're looking at it pretty far away. We could probably just get away with this one, which is the low poly, look at it in the distance one. But I feel like it might work. We obviously need to edit it. And we don't have a vertex group here this time, but we run to Boolean for water and upward obstruction also for water. And then I think we want to, I wish there's a way to do abiotic here, but we have to go into individual one, but we can do that anyway. Not abiotic, sorry, proximity. And we're going to repel it from the buildings. Put it in buildings, didn't I? Or structure. Structure. Repel it from the structure. And we're going to say it needs to be a minimum of 5 meters away from the structure. Is that enough? We still have lots of trees there. Let's say 10 meters. That's better. And I'm going to actually add another one and repel it from the water too. Just so it's not quite on the shore so much, of like 3 meters. Looks good to me. Let's see what our angle looks like. Let's create a camera. Photographer, camera, the airy, anamorphic. Doing that cinematic thing. We need to set our clip end to like 500. It's more than we need, but you know, lens will go to 35. And resolution, we'll take it to widescreen theater. Not quite IMAX, but widescreen theater. Excuse me. Got the coughs today. Something like that. Kind of looking all right. I don't know about the trees on the cliff, though. Let's see. Let's play with that a bit, too. We need to come back and do a second geoscatter as well. But slope. Let's get a maximum of 25. Goes a bit more. Oh no, COVID was last month. This is the end result of COVID. This is the cough that won't go away after COVID, unfortunately. You know, go to America, get fucking COVID. That seems to be the rule. What a shithole. Sorry. 3 years, no COVID. Go to America once, get COVID. That's how it goes. Yeah. All right. That's looking cool. But it's a little empty now. So now we need to do something in the middle of both. Yeah, I hope good on you. It wasn't too the what I had wasn't too bad. I got lucky. I'm not gonna argue. It's just this cough that won't go away now. And so I just want more here, but I'm not quite sure what. So we need something here, whether it's plants or whatever. We need something there. I almost want to move it. Okay. And let's create. Before we do that, let's jump around a bit because that's what I do. Let's just turn off Geoscat for right now. We want to put mesh another landscape, or I really liked using the other one. Let's do that again. Where am I? Here I am. Gonna go grab big, medium, smalls, Martian stuff again because I just like them. Astronova, environments, background assets, Martian. Sure, we'll bring this one in. Okay, and scale it up. And RZ, we got. I think we need to increase our camera more. We're past 500 since we're kind of largish. Photographer, camera, we'll go to 1 kilometer. Yeah, there we go. like that. Back a little bit. Cool. Yep. Save. And we're going to give it our same material, which was shore, right? Sandy shore. Yes. And let's see what we got. Cool. Good, good, good. That'll help us, I think. And then we can just give it the same geoscatter. Select it and biome scatter 14 and turn it back on again. Cool. That helps us out. And maybe it's time for a sky too. Kind of torn between loading my own or using one of the higher res ones. If I load my own, it's only like 2K. But could be neat. Let's just look at them in JPEGs and see what we see. See, there's something here we like. These are just real dramatic. Like I like 1039, like that's, or 1036. Let's do 1036. Try it. 2K is not so bad for concept art. It'll be a little blocky maybe, but we're gonna have lens blur on anyway, so it kind of should be okay. But holy shit, I mean, like, that's just dark. And then we can come to our camera again, photographer, and exposure, and let's expose to like 8. That feels okay. Show enough. Let's save. It's been a while. And we need some more things for scale so that it feels tinier. So that these cliff walls read properly and all that kind of stuff. Because this is really huge if you think about it. Like we're not, our camera's here. Could even widen that out a little bit. Let's see if we bring this closer in. That's a little better, actually, I think. We got to go from 35 to, let's say, like 28 millimeter. It has something in the foreground, but I still want to see water and the building in the background. And focus on that. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's look okay. I think that's helping us some. I do think we need some more lights though. We need some blinky blinkies. And let's add some blinky blinkies. Let's go up here. And I'm gonna try to, so let's see if we use Ian's. See if they're big enough to count, or if we just make it bigger. Hardware greebles, antenna assets, the beacon. The lights of Gondor are lit. Let's scale it up a bit. RZ 90. Do we leave it horizontal or vertical? Yeah, let's just leave it horizontal. And I wonder what happens. Let's see. Let's try this. Alt X and mirror. So now we should have one on both sides, right? Yeah, we do. Now, Q array. Now, I need to mirror it probably internally or below, above it. Move the mirror up. There we go. Yep. Now we can increase our array. Cool. We got a whole bunch of lights. Oh yeah, those are cool. And we can see that. Yeah, that's lighting up enough. We can definitely see that. That's helping. And we could even take that exact same object now. And I'm on Seth. Select the object. And fine. Select the object. And let's get this color so I can see where it changes, because it definitely seems to. Yep. Alt D, GZ, and down to just above that line there. Now we got double lights, and I think that is cool. Save. And I think we need something else structural over here. Even we're off-centered, and that's fine. Let's look and see where we're at. Is that still on? No, we want to go like right here. And yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I'm used to muttering the key presses to myself mostly because I'm doing this, but I don't always talk out loud when I'm by myself. But sometimes. I'm not saying I don't do it. I find this to be a really intuitive program to me. But I'm just when I'm muttering, what I'm doing is thinking through the process. I tell you what, I tried to learn Maya and 3ds Max before I came to Blender, and yeah, that was a disaster. Um, I took a, I laughingly tell people I took a 10-week class, and this is true, on Maya, and the only thing I learned was I fucking hate Maya. Um, so 10-week class. Yeah, what did we learn? I hate Maya. Let's scale that up. Bring it down. And let's move it to buildings or structure, because that'll push the tree further back from it, right? Yep. There we go. I think that'll really help. There's just so much you can do that you do have to kind of think of it that way, but but that's what everyone says, right? Like there are people who love ZBrush, and I think they're all absolutely insane. They're like, oh, once you get used to the interface, it's great. Man, that interface was designed by a cracked out meth head. I don't know. Yeah. No. Can you tell I'm not like the world's biggest ZBrush fan? Um, that's looking good. I think we're getting somewhere here. Nice. Well, I mean, let's be like, these labels are bullshit. Like they piss me off across the board, and it creates this huge divide between people that doesn't need to exist. I'm not an artist. Whatever. What's an artist? I don't know. They're literally, Jackson Pollock basically jerked himself off with paint and called himself an artist. Like it's not. I got something to say, and I'm going to say it. And whether I say it visually or with words or in, you know, dance, whatever, it's, um, every human is an artist. I really believe, like, we all drew shit as kids, and then we all got like told we weren't good enough to do it, or we could never make a living at it, or any number of like a dozen different things, and we stopped. And that is just incredibly sad, quite frankly. Um, I mean, like, I like making a living doing this. I can't lie about that. That's true. And I kind of am scared like of the future when it comes to like what changes in technology, whatever it's going to mean for that. But I don't think I'm more of an artist than somebody else. Yeah, exactly. Maker's awesome. That's why honestly, like, even though I do 3D, so it's kind of a whatever term. I hate the term painter now because it's just so snobby. It's like, oh, did you make a painting? Did you make? And I'm like, oh, and people are always so bitchy about it too. I I made an image. I like making images. I told a story. I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep doing that till I die, and hopefully I can continue to make a living doing it. Because otherwise, that dying may come a lot earlier, you know. But um, I get passionate about this one. That's cool. Let's cut our rate. We don't need this much anymore on this one. 3, 4. Just wanted to add one more light up there too. All righty, cool. There we go. Save. 116. We're doing excellent. This came up together pretty well today. Mhm. I like the dark. I kind of want something a little bit closer here in the foreground, which we are in, empty space that doesn't exist. you know, so it's time to cheat ourselves up a bit. Hi, Dave, or Dave. Yeah, making money is overrated, but being able to pay my bills is quite nice. I don't care about being rich, but being able to pay my bills, that's kind of important to me. Um, so, we do what we got to do for that one. Botanic, coniferous, not carnivorous, coniferous. Um, Something kind of similar to those trees. Let's do this one. Yeah, food's awesome, gotta say. Um, I am a big fan of eating. So are my cats. So, this, we just want to set up another layer of depth, right? So there's no ground here, but by putting a tree there, it now feels like our camera's standing on something instead of a drone floating around. And it helps us with that sense of depth. Could even do one more and rotate it and just squish it a little bit. Think that'll help. Let's see. Yeah, that helps a lot. I'm liking it. And I think we have lots of stuff to play with for getting other shots too, which is neat. Maybe one more thing, just because we got the time. I do one more antenna, or did I have a greeble over here that we kept the greebles, right? Sci-Fi greebles, where you at? Anything here we want to use? Oh, these are kind of, yeah. I mean, they're all right, but nothing we really need. That one could be neat though. Let's see if we can see it now. Nope, little far down still. Gets hard with these big scenes. There we go. Lining it up there. Cool. Just gonna grab this here and E and extrude it down. Just to give us a little bit more room. Select all and Shift Q. I'm just getting into this random slice thing, so let's try it again. Cut C. That looks pretty good. We could maybe bring it down a little bit. The thickness to like 0.005 and depth to like 0.025. Yeah, that's better. And then GZ up to like here, like that. I don't want to like line up exactly with his tree, but something kind of like that. Tab A, U, Q projection, and I think instead of using Sci-Fi panels on this one, we're going to go with metal sheeting. All right, let's see what we got. I don't know. Might be a little tube on the nose. It's very bright there in the foreground. Let's try the other material. Panels. That's better. Yeah, that is much better. And maybe what we'll do too. Let's just see. Yeah, that's cool. That'll help. Slice it. Cool. Yep. Yeah. Let's try putting a light on it, see what it does. Yeah, I like that. Let's cut this down to like just one though. Excuse me again. And add some more instances of that light. Let's come to gray so I can see it better. I think this would be better. Inset E, assign it, and then assign it. Let's see if that's good. If you use something once, you should probably think about using it 3 times. That's kind of a good rule of thumb, is that if you only use it once, it's going to feel out of place probably. So if something's worth using once, it's worth putting it in 3 times, sometimes more. We're going to try for one more. That might be too much. Yeah, that's better. Yep, that is better. Um, and the only other thing we could, well, not the only other thing, we could do lots of things, but one more thing we could do. Let's come back to, ugh, no, that, yes, solo this, tab. Let's see, what if this, now we want to do this. E, that way. Cool. And then let's put a person there. And then we'll call it. But I think a good human person could be helpful. Actually like this guy. Kind of made something yesterday. Let's just use what I made yesterday. I don't have a spot for him yet. Let's grab him. I was just playing with bringing Daz clothes into Human Generator, which is so much easier in the latest version of Human Generator than it was in version 3. So, you know, it's fun because Daz characters are pretty awesome now, actually, but they're just kind of a pain to make work in Blender most of the time, unless you need like a superhero character that you're getting super up close to. There's no strong need for it. But yes, we have Angry Dude. Add his armature. Select hierarchy. Copy objects. Come back to him. And we don't have anything collection, so we'll put him there. And dot. And grab this. And object. And the 3D cursor. Objects in origin, geometry to origin. Did it work? No. I have to do this manually. I always forget that it's kind of weird that way about, but it's fine because we can see where we're going. All right, yeah, one. GZ, bring them way down. 7. And then G. See if he's too big. This whole thing might be, it's actually bigger than I thought he was, which is interesting. I don't hate that though. I think I'm going to, we're doing okay on time. Scale this up just a bit. Push it back just a bit. So it kind of ends up using the same basic space. Yeah, but it's further back. Then we can grab this dude here and bring him further back too. And that should work better. Do. Did I hide? No. Undo history. Yeah. There we go. G. 1. Cool. And I'll bring him up just a bit. His toes is sticking out. Do we care? I don't know that we super care. But we can. Just for the purposes of this, let's grab him. We got him. And we have, you should have a mask, right? Mask, foot. Cool. So let's add that. Add modifier mask. And it's going to be foot. And switch it. There we go. Hides toes. Save. And let's see what we got. He's very dark, but that's okay. Let's turn off looking at armatures because they make everything darker. That's all right, but maybe we just give him a bit of a light too, just so he has a bit of a focus as well. Light, Shift A, light, area. One of my favorite lighting techniques, just a really soft square box there. Good. And we could even make it a little bit push back. It's a little darker. There we go. We want it fairly obvious, or fairly non-obvious is the word I'm looking for. We don't want it to be like he's being blasted by light. Color. Can we just select that? Yep. And we want to increase it by 50. So I just grab the color of the sky to match it. It's a bit bright still though now. 33. That seems good. So the lighting matches the other stuff, and it should be pretty hard to tell that that's actually doing anything. I like this. I think we're good. I need to go ahead and remember to change my mist pass depth to like 500. So we can get some of that sweet, sweet background. And I think we are in good shape, folks. We have ourselves a waterfall, our building, got the guy in the front. I might add a little bit of like mist down at the base of the waterfalls, but they're kind of far enough back that it's not a huge deal. You wouldn't necessarily see a ton of that, although they are pretty high. We'll see. I might do that'd be the only other thing I would do, and that would be super easy. Like it's just gonna be it's not even gonna be real fog. Well, fuck it. Let's just do it. We'll take the extra 2 minutes. You can leave if you want to. I'm probably the only one who cares that I'm actually whatever time this takes me anyway. But put in collection, Shift A, image as plain, and where did I put them? 3D assets, Ian. I don't have them in. I didn't add them, did I? To Ian's thing? I don't think I did yet. No, because I think they're still just an asset. They're still just what you call it? Image files. I could speak. Steam elements, yes. Yeah. Let's see, can we see them? We want that one. Or full. Yeah, this one will be fine. I want it S25. Even a little more. Okay. And nice. That's awesome. Yeah, it's like that. Okay. And then shading. It's going to come here and select it all. And we're going to move alpha to that. But we're going to give it a bit more oomph. And oomph it up. And bring that. Yeah, quite so oomphy. Okay. That's fine. Alt D. Can't even see it, can we? Not really. Well, that's cool. We're calling it there. We might use it later. We might see in a different shot. All right, folks. Well, we're at 1 hour and 35. We've got ourselves a building. We've got ourselves a waterfall. I think we're in good shape. I am going to call it finish posting it up on socials, and I will be back again tomorrow morning. And I don't know what we'll do yet. We'll figure it out. Um, I've got a couple ideas, I guess, but it's a secret. No. Anyway, thanks again for hanging out, talking with me. Please, like and subscribe if you haven't already. It just makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. And I'll see everybody later.